Our group presentation and installation was to incorporate the Human Rights Principle 8. The child shall in all circumstances be among the first to receive protection and relief. We incorporated the use of visual arts, dance, drama, media arts and music. Our group worked together well and organised the whole aspect of our installation, which was a dramatic slideshow that removed children from the trapped situations of war, domestic violence and mental health. The way in which we incorporated each aspect was with different ways to show the positive and negative effects of the Principle 8 of the human right. We incorporated music throughout the installation and the pictures of the destruction of war and mental health, domestic violence, and involved the audience by trapping them in with black walls around them as they watch a performance. Each child was removed from the situation, as it is a human right to have protection and relief from any situation. With the visual arts, we carried this through the use of clay making with small figures with our advertisement, making human clay figures for humans and children and adults using the materials. Dance was done through movement during the slideshow, which is shown through the removal of the children after each set of slides. We all expressed different types of movement depending on the situation, using hand and body movements to show how to console the child and protect and relieve them. The principal acted as an authoritarian role, as it was a counsellor, a teacher, or a protector. We revealed the role of the movement by using the adult as strong and caring and the child on the floor as vulnerable. For example, the authoritarian role was the principal relieving the child for protection and relief by using their arms in a way to lift the child away from the destruction of war, domestic violence, and the relief of mental health. For drama, we acted out the roles of the child and adult, the carer or teacher, for protection and relief from these situations that they were in. We tried to include the audience in the trapped situation by using the black walls as a representation of feeling closed in. We feel this was effective, and we used the props and costumes such as clothing, teddy bears and outfits so that we stood out as children and we stood out as the adults. This was all part of the dramatic effect, trying to communicate the principle of protection and relief. With media arts, we incorporated the slideshow into the installation about the principle by showing the destruction of mental health and domestic violence. This was all very strong imagery and we used to communicate the principle. For example, we showed children in distress and showing what we can do as authoritarian roles. We can help protect and relieve children as it's their human right to be protected. We revealed the children were getting removed during the slideshow and communicating this in the situation, in the installation. With music, we used songs through the slideshow that really spoke about human rights. We used the songs They Don't Really Care About Us and Heal the World, which really spoke about human rights. They were used in the background of the installation that took place. Overall, we displayed each part of the aspect and mediums of the creative arts that is shown in the installation. We incorporated as many aspects as we could in our installation, with a strong focus on dramatic arts and music. We really wanted to have a dramatic feel for our presentation, as a whole group came to the agreement that this was the best way to represent the principle, and that the child can in all circumstances be the first to receive protection and relief. Our group organised and did everything together, and we worked equally on all aspects of the installation. It was each member's job to do a set of slides and organise our costumes separately. In Vygotsky's zone of proximal development and Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we see this as important theories that must be addressed. Maslow especially, as it is a human right to have these needs met. Maslow really discussed the use of needs that need to be met in the classroom and covers all the needs that come into conjunction with the creative arts. Their needs include self-actualization, self-esteem, love and belonging needs, safety needs, and physiological. They can all be met doing the installation and have all been met. The importance of safety and self-esteem in such topics such as social change can help them self-address areas and learn about their child's needs and allow them to understand what it is like for other children in the world. I think it is important for self-awareness, and the installation addressed this. Vygotsky's zone of proximal development allows for children to scaffold their learning, which they could do in making the installation, taking their learning covering all areas of English, mathematics, and the creative arts. I would recommend the installation making to an older audience, such as grade 3s or 4, 5s and 6s. Or it could be done in a mixed class of 1, 2, 3s, 4, 5 and 6s, so that children have the support of the older student to think about the important topics such as the human rights of the child. The children can then have the older children to discuss this. The children can then construct their own knowledge with an installation. They can learn development in social context. They can learn and lead development. And they can show that language is a key role in their learning, exists in the mental development in a social context. How it can be used in the classroom is by using the slideshow as a visual for social justice. Students could act this out and also show the need for social change. I would use the human rights principles again and allow children to make an installation, allowing them the freedom to come up with their own ideas. This could be definitely used in the classroom to learn about the rights of a child and learn the importance of social change and social justice, which was the Principle 8. The child shall in all circumstances be among the first to receive protection and relief. Overall, we worked as a group in successfully doing this.